Transformers, there's like, I don't know, there's some news happening. They shut down all the cons. Sadly, that really sucks. But yeah, there's a few things about toys that we'll go over and all that this week. But yeah, no, this Nemesis Prime, it's a Takara Mall exclusive, so it's another exclusive that you're gonna have to go find somewhere, through a specialty store, or collect one of their websites. So that's kind of tough. But yeah, it's like once again, it's another it's a Nemesis Prime, actually, Black Convoy Scourge. I mean, they always do this repaint for every line, so I mean, Siege didn't miss out to do their own. And yeah, it's an evil Optimus Prime, basically. What do you think about it?
It looks really good. I mean, unfortunately, I'll never see this in reality, but the one Optimus Prime figure that I actually want to get, and I probably won't be able to get it. It looks really good. So, I mean, this is the kind of thing that always happens to me, is that the good stuff I can't get or have to spend a fortune to get. So it's...
Yeah, this you could get. It's just you're gonna spend a fortune because all the shipping and all that. So I did ask my one friend at ages 3 and up, and I think he was like, they're going so quickly, he didn't even know. He's like, maybe I could get you the store copy. I'm like, I hope. So I'll give you an extra $10, but no, yeah, I like it. Like, I like that Siege mold, and like I said, the last one they did was that Powers of the Prime one, where they had the little guy go inside the Nemesis Prime, so you got like a little, little Nemesis Prime and a big one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I just like this mold because the Siege plastic, I heard the Earthrise stuff is not made by the same place that they've been doing it lately. So this new company that's doing Earthrise, the plastic does seem a little cheaper than Siege, because even though Siege had those weird lines on it, actually how it's built and how the toy feels is really heavy and good,
Right, yeah. I've only got like, I think, one Siege figure, so I mean, like, but like it's weird how you can see the difference in the plastic in some of these like actual like brand name Transformers figures, like how different they can be to each other. But this one, like, it looks awesome. Like those side by side pictures that they have are just, I just want it so bad. Like it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, the teal and the black, and then yeah, it always just like really popped, and like it just sucks that this guy, like, of course it's going to be some sort of hard to get type figure, but for an Optimus Prime, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I do not want, like, Optimus Prime is like the last figure I want, and I already have, I think, like 3 of them, and that's just by default picking them up at thrift stores. So
yeah.
But I would certainly buy this if it was in front of me, almost regardless of price. So
Yeah. No, it's one, like, if you're not even a Prime fan, you probably will like it. But like I said, just how the make and the plastic of that figure, I love it. So I was like, yeah, I will be picking this up, and hopefully I'll be able to review it on the channel. So now we have in-hand images of Generation Selects Tentakil and Overbite for the King Poseidon of the Piranacon, all put together as well for the Seacon. So we'll talk about the 2 little new beast modes, or whatever you want to call them, first. It's like that, like octopus head guy and that little shark type guy. Do you see them?
Yep.
First impressions?
They're great. These are awesome. Yeah, no, these are amazing. I am so upset that I never got the opportunity to get in on any kind of pre-order on these. The colors on them it's just everything that appeals to me are these figures. And I mean, granted, like, if I did start buying them, I would have to have them all, and I have no idea how much money that would. I mean, well, you know how much money it's going to cost to get the whole thing, but this is an expensive pastime to get these figures.
Yeah, the middle guy and just that one arm was really expensive, and then I think homie sending me these 2, and I paid for them in full. I think it was like 100 something, but still for 2 little, like, deluxe class figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, but the paint jobs alone, like, in their robot modes with these guys, they look pretty cool. I love the turquoise and purple guy and the pink arms. I mean, his little, like, kind of Optimus mouthpiece and head sculpt was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Their pink little guy, he's not too bad, like, but yeah, expensive to put this stuff together, but I felt like, I don't know, I had the side money and it was a once in a time little chance to do this. So, and I really, I really like the colors of this thing. I think it looks way better even than like the G1 one, and I usually never say that. So
Yeah, I mean, I had a G1 that I was watching on eBay, and I could have picked that up, and it was pretty cheap when it ended up going for it. But like the colors, after seeing this, I'm just like, oh God, this is like those. It's almost like the like 1980s colors, you know? It's like they've pulled out like old plastic coloring from back in the 80s and be like, yeah, okay, let's just make it.
Yeah, it's like that 80s, late 80s too, because these are the last figures. So it's like it's approaching that like funkier, almost 90s like thing, but it's not 90s. It's like still late 80s, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
approaching, like, especially the turquoise guy, are headed there. You know what I mean? Like
Totally, the turquoise, pink, and like a weird purple color. It's like those three things. Like I think I had a fanny pack that was those three colors. So
yeah. So, like, but more extreme, of course, in the 90s, but this is that soft, still kind of playing with that. And yeah, like, the original toy was like that. I always thought the toy looked cool, but like I said, I almost bought one back in the day, but I missed out. But I always loved this looked too clustered at the time. But now looking back, I'm like, damn, I should have bought that, Because, yeah, they go for a bit much now, especially, like, you can get those re-released G1s from Toys R Us that aren't as bad, but...
Yeah. I mean, I would be hard pressed whether to keep these guys in like separate in robot form or all together in alt mode or built up into the main like King. I wouldn't know what to do with these figures because they are so awesome. I would have so much fun with this.
Yeah, and I'm still working on that Turtler guy. Like he's got like I gotta review him, and yeah, he's just so good in his Blastoise turtle mode with the cannons. It's just like they're the guy. Like I don't even want them usually in their other alt mode, but these guys like all lined up in their beast modes would be pretty sick.
Totally.
All modes, but yeah, I already got the two guys on my shelf right now in their beast modes, and they just look like But yeah, no, it's an expensive set. Don't go and get it, without within your means. Like, don't like spend your last like money to get these guys. They're not worth it,
Yeah, I will just hold out till I finally see the knockoff on AliExpress in like 2 years, and end up paying $100 for it because that's gonna be my my destiny, I think.
Cheap knockoffs, the way to collect everything.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, they showed another Netflix War for Cybertron figure off, Siege Ultra Magnus. This was teased before in the box where it said spoilers, so people thought like it was either going to be like a Decepticon Ultra Magnus, like black and purple or something of that nature, because why was it so heavy? Like spoilers, what's it going to be? And then it just shows a repaint of Ultra Magnus that looks less detailed and that little rung figure, right?
Yeah. Those War for Cybertron repaints though, I really am liking them. Like every time I see a new one, I'm just like, these are great. Like the original figures, they don't look that great to me, but for some reason the repaints are just like they are so appealing. Like they've just changed them subtly, but they're really nice looking.
Yeah, I'd say this one though is one of the weaker ones out of the bunch. Don't you compare to the original?
Yeah. I'm just the subtle differences though. Like I like the way that like the original one just is plain. Like it's got that. I don't know why it's more appealing to me the way that they just like add those touches of color in certain places, but I don't know. I kind of like this one better.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I have the original, I think, somewhere, but yeah, no, I don't know. It's just for me like a little bit more detailed. I don't know. Maybe you like that part, but it's just for me. I'd say this one just out of all. Like if this was a black and purple Ultra Magnus and he was a bad guy or something, yeah, and green on him, I think that'd be amazing. But I guess that's not where they're going with the show or something. But still, you know what I mean. I think that's just like people got that in my head or whatever. And yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think I do like the original one a little bit more, just because like he's the whites, like the gray things are white, and it just like looks more like a actual Ultra Magnus. But I mean, there's something with this going on in the show with the color scheme. But Yeah, and he comes with that cool little action guy, but these are a little bit more pricey than the original leader class figures. So
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do. If you want something, you're gonna have to pay for it. So, I mean, this is the thing. Like, this is all arbitrary because, like, I'll never see these in reality. This is my problem: is that I will never walk into a store and see this figure on a shelf. So I can't get it regardless. So, like, and I live in a city, where
yeah,
people live, and I still can't get this stuff.
yeah.
So it's kind of bothersome.
Yeah, Walmart exclusive. I mean, it'd be pretty. If there's a lot of people hunting for it, and they don't stock them up, then yeah, it'd be harder
Yeah,
to get.
yeah.
But if they're too pricey, maybe they'll be left behind. I don't know. But yeah, I know. It's just I'm so shocked at like how because I remember them teasing this a while back, and it was like, spoilers. I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna be a Decepticon for sure or something because that Mirage is a Decepticon, right? On this line, that purple like little race car, right? And he's usually an Autobot, so it's like I thought they were gonna do something like that with the Ultra Magnus, but did not happen.
No.
I'm still excited for the show though.
Yeah, me too.
Gonna jump on that show, and yeah, maybe we'll even comment in on episode by episode if it's just like 12 episodes. I was thinking, so
sounds good.
Yeah, something to look forward to. But yeah, if I see this, please don't buy it. If you see me with this on Instagram, yeah, not good. But yeah. Well, last little bit of Transformers news. Generation Selects just announced that the Takara Mall exclusive will be doing Super Megatron. Yeah, it's a retool of the Galvatron from Titan's Return. It's unknown if it's going to have like a little Titan headmaster, but yeah, what do you think of this guy?
Well, it looks like some kind of Megatron fan fiction figure because, like, he's Galvatron from the waist down, literally, like, and he turns into some whack-looking, I don't even know what that is, some kind of spaceship-looking thing.
Yeah, it almost looks like Michael Bay Transformers movie spaceship.
Yeah, and he's got that ridiculous gun that's like way too big and you'll never be able to pose him in the positions that they have him shown because the gun weighs as much as he does. So it's like, I don't know. It's cool, I guess, in a way, but it just looks like a bunch of pieces from different figures crammed together. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think just some people would be excited because yeah, if you're hardcore, like if you've been into like the Japanese and like the TV, like their Japanese Transformer stuff, or this is one scene in a TV magazine, so it like always had that like kind of cult following or little and then now we're getting a figure for it. But I mean, I only learned about this guy maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old money grab situation where it's like, well, here we go, nerds. Here's something that we know you'll spend money on, so let's just put this out and price it at whatever we like because they know everyone who wants it will buy it. It looks crazy. I mean, it looks like one of those knockoff Megatrons that you find on AliExpress. There's like 100 different Megatrons you've never seen before, and they look like this. They just look like this. They just look like an amalgamation of weird parts that never existed anywhere except in somebody's imagination.
Yeah, no, I remember it kind of does look like how it does look like this in that one little clip they show, and but yeah, no, it is kind of like I said, kind of reminds me of Bayformers Megatron, and just kind of too out there, but. I don't mind them doing stuff that they, from weird stuff like that, because then maybe we'll get more oddball stuff. But I really, I don't know. It's just not, it just doesn't. It's kind of out there. But that's what I'm trying to say is the Megatron mold or Galvatron. This is what I'm trying to say. The Galvatron mold. I don't really like that mold from Titan's Return. It had a weird head, and just the whole how it transformed and the whole thing of it, and that's what this is kind of based on. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I always want Megatron to turn into a gun. Why does he have to turn into a tank? Or I mean, I know a tank.
I like a tank makes sense.
I mean, it's a gun, but like, I want.
And he can move on his own, and he's big. Like, it's kind of weird when he turns into a gun and he has to surrender himself to Starscream or someone.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm a little old school that way. I want him to turn into a gun.
But see, he was a tank hella for me as a kid too, because G2, I was still in grade 6, so when I was reading all the comics of G2, and then my friend had the G2 tank, so.
Yeah.
But I prefer gun or tank too. Like, I'm 100% like gun or tank.
Yeah.
So.
I'm
I
okay
don't like
with
I don't like
tank.
spacecraft.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but yeah, I'm okay with tank. I'll submit to the tank concept, but
But
yeah,
just how
this.
bad this figure is makes me want it even more, you know? Like,
Well,
I love these rarities in a way. Like, I just want to buy it, you know, but...
oh, of course. No, this is the thing. If you saw it in the store, it'd just be like, oh, well, I might have to buy this. But it is like when I see those knees, all I just think is Galvatron. So I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, I know. The legs, the bottom half is pure
oh,
Galvatron.
for sure. From the waist down. I mean, like, that's what I always consider myself. From the waist down, I'm Galvatron. I don't know what I am from the waist up, though. So.
Yeah, Galvatron though, like yeah, the ship mode. Like I said, I've seen this panel. I was surprised they actually did this, but I mean, like Generation Selects, they're gonna do some oddball stuff, so maybe we'll get some better figures down the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Opens up possibilities.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, already stressed out my friend about getting me more exclusive stuff. So it's like, yeah, I don't think I should message him about this right now. But it makes me want to get on. Can't wait to find out how I can get one of these. But
Yeah.
take my money, Hasbro.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd add this in for the Transformers news. This stuff just dropped recently while I was getting up. Someone sent me a text. Thank you so much for keeping me informed. As I wake up, I get some Transformers news instantly in my DMs. My favorite things. Transformers in my DMs, yes. But, it really is one of my favorite things. Transformers Earthrise, Target exclusive, Thundercracker and Skywarp 2-pack. So you get them together. And, of course, the clone 2-pack Pounce and Wingspan that were previously released in Titans Returns, but one of them was a Walgreen exclusive, and the other one I think was in a pack or something, they said, so it was hard to get those guys. I do have a little bit of a connection. I did have Wingspan as a kid, a G1 Wingspan, so I do have a certain nostalgia for him, even though I found these kind of figures basic back in the day and kind of just meh. I'll go over the clones a little bit. Yeah, I do like the teal on them. They look pretty authentic to G1, but just in a modern take. I do like Pounce in his little Panther mode, and I don't mind Wingspan in his Bird mode. They remind me of back in the day, and that's okay. Yeah, will I be all over those guys? Well, for the set, yes, but otherwise, I mean, yeah, definitely would pick them up if I saw them at Walmart or something, but this is the big news. Earthrise, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. I love Skywarp, and I love Thundercracker. They're some of my favorite Seekers. I love them just even for their colors, because they didn't have big personalities as a kid, but I still found them very smug, and yeah, I just kind of liked them as a kid. And, one was blue, and one was purple and black, so what's not to love? I have my Starscream video up that's doing pretty well, and yeah, these are just repaints of Starscream, but they do have different head sculpts, which is really cool. You gotta love the little smirks, but yeah, overall, yeah, they did them. I figured they would. I know I was like up in the air with it, maybe with my Tetrajets, and I was like, if they're doing the cone heads, I mean, we got hinted at on Skylink's packaging, then yeah, they're probably doing these guys, and now they officially are. These are just renders, but the Skywarp here, I mean, he has his mouth open, he's kind of yelling, that's kind of different. I do like the, purple arms and a little bit on the feet. Is there maybe not enough purple? But no, that's like kind of how the G1 figure is, just on the arms and the feet or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the yelling, I'm going to say, but I mean, for Skywarp, it looks the part. If you don't have those classic ones, this is your chance. It does have, like, up on his collarbone or shoulder kind of area, like, it has the lifted panel, so it doesn't, like, completely lock down, which I don't like. But, I mean, it's something I can look over, because the figure itself, the Starscream, I absolutely love. In all honesty, I kind of do like the Siege Robot mode more, but when I see this black jet with the purple on it, and, it's an actual Earth fighter jet. I'm not really good with jet or car names, but I mean, I just think this looks awesome. This looks dope. This looks like, Skywarp in a handbag. I love it. I mean, as a Decepticon fan, it's all you can ask for. Black, purple, jet, awesome alt mode, Seeker, 100% will be jumping on this, loving it. Yeah, no, it's a 2-pack. I'm glad you don't have to get them separately. That's awesome. I'm going to jump on that 2-pack like no one else, like Tupac, 2 socks, 2 clocks. Thundercracker, he's kind of got a mousy little look to him. I don't know, the mouth, it's like, or whatever, I don't know, this classic stance, the blue, I like, because he's usually a bit more bluer, and this is all blue, which just looks so good. Like, I'm looking at my I'm looking at my star screen right now, and if I had this, yeah, no, I like my Siege one, but to have them both, oh my goodness, these are like the perfect figures to come out. These are like the perfect figures to be held, and yeah, like I said, 2-pack. It's a Target exclusive though. Target exclusive part kind of sucks. I mean, we're getting Target exclusives at Toys R Us, but now the Toys R Us is shut down due to the virus, so I just don't know these if I can get these as easy as just walking into a store these, but you know, otherwise I'll have to order them online and pay a little more. But I buy other things online, like, you know, expensive or G1 figures, so I'm not too bad at throwing a little money around. These are Voyager class figures, so I mean, you know, they're not too small. I mean, yeah, I just paid a bit for my Seacons, and you know, it gets up there, and you don't want to pay too much, you know, but you know, like to get them both in one shot, I'm down. If you have the generations of the classic line ones and you don't want to upgrade to these ones, I'd love to hear why. Do you like this mold? Does any of the mold bother you? Like the upper collarbone kind of shoulder area, like I said, like you can't really close it all the way down. It kind of annoys me, but you know, if you're a huge Decepticon fan, you're already into Siege, and you're collecting Earthrise now, I could see you jumping all over this. But yeah, hopefully they'll have it for people that aren't in the States, you know, can't go to a Target. Hopefully we'll be able to get them online and not pay too much, but yeah, you're gonna probably pay a little for these guys. But it kind of sucks because they're like the mainline guys and it's a Target exclusive. I mean, the Skywarp was already an Amazon exclusive in the Siege line, so, but yeah, no, these guys look incredible. They look the part. I'll be jumping on all these figures, but you know I want that Thundercracker and Skywarp the most.